It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight,
the Mavericks are looking to So Dallas will get the first possession. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Dallas, Richardson is out there with Dario Saric. And there's D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard position. Bledsoe with Canner, high post. Now Lamb. Back to Canner. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Cantor with a screen on Richardson. And stolen by Richardson. Saric outside. Outside, Russell. Lock at 6. And Saric kicks to Hardaway. Towns, a screen on Cantor. No good there. The Suns go the other way with it.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
I think there has to be better communication. All 5 guys tied together, and what happened to them is what happens when you play lackluster defense.
Well, you look back at the history of the Phoenix Suns, and they have had some incredible players suit up for them.
Well, you think Sir Charles, one of the famous names that have played for the franchise, but Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion, Dan Marley, Kevin Johnson. We were talking about some great players.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Here's Lamb. Last time out he had 14 points. Here's Bledsoe. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Now this guy's got a really good feel for spacing. Very comfortable shooting that jumper with a hand in his face.
Russell passes to Hardaway. Screen by Saric. Richardson for 3. Drops in the tray. Richardson's got his first 3 points of the game.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Bledsoe dishes to Leonard. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Hardaway. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And here are the Suns now. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. You're looking at the list of the NBA's top shooters from behind the arc for the past month. Karl Anthony Towns, 4th. And, of course, D'Angelo Russell.
I mean, the shooting range of these two guys has probably been the most impressive. There's not a spot on the floor they can't hit from.
Well, this catch-and-shoot game, something Eric Bledsoe has worked so hard on, and it really pays off that time.
And Saric kicks to Russell. To the paint. Here's Towns. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Now here's Lamb. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Pass to Bledsoe. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Not always the most consistent perimeter threat, but Bledsoe makes the defense pay on this one.
The Mavericks trailing. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Towns with it. Cantor covering. Cantor against Towns. Back to Richardson. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Richardson's got his second basket of the night.
What a quick read by Towns, always keeping his head up.
And here's Bledsoe. Launches a three. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big a shot as...
It's been all about Eric. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2. Phoenix has gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. And you wonder about the future direction of the Mavs. I had heard their European scouts were very keen on a young, unknown prospect back in 2013 by the name of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Wow, what might have been, Kev. Giannis could have been their Kawhi Leonard to build around. Instead, the Mavs traded back in the draft to free up cap space. A definite do-over if such a thing ever existed.
Bledsoe is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Portis in at the 4 slot. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Hardaway. Bledsoe against Russell. And stolen by Russell. Down low. Here's Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Bledsoe. Towns with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Yeah, a big change of possession in a tight ball game. We'll see if they've seized the momentum.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Karl Anthony Towns was voted by GMs last season as the player they most want to build a franchise around. He is not resting on his laurels. He said, I work hard on my game. I want to be the strongest player, the most intelligent player, and the most skilled player on the court at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That work ethic will definitely help Towns get better. He's already a dynamite player. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
And, Greg, as you said, the aggressiveness Bledsoe has going to the rim is a key for him to getting those open shots then on the perimeter.
And the team is at their best when he is in attack mode. Opens up lanes for cuts as you just can't keep him out of the paint. Knows when to drop off a pass after he beats his opponent as well for an easy score. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Here's Russell. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
Bledsoe passes to Leonard. Cantor sets the pick for Lamb. Cantor with a screen on Hardaway. 5 to shoot. There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Lamb. And the shot no good, a bit short. Mavericks leading by 4. It's stolen by Lamb. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the half. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Here's Hardaway. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
Russell against Bledsoe. There's a screen by Cantor. Just 5 on the clock. Bledsoe kicks to Leonard. Buries the long-range jumper. Leonard's got 9 points.
Well, people are always talking about his scoring, but Bledsoe, very good vision as well, finding the open man there.
And a pretty tight look. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports
Hello
Halftime
again, everybody,
Show.
along with Kenny the Jet Smith. And the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much. And that will wrap up our...
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. Phoenix has gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them.
And up and down this Suns roster, there is a ton of youth. One of the younger teams in our league last season, and that was weighted with Tyson Chandler's age. A lot of young players looking to make their mark here in the NBA.
On the floor for Dallas, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Hardaway, and there's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Richardson in at the small forward.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
There's a screen by Cantor. Leonard against Richardson. 6 to shoot. They set the screen. And stolen by Richardson. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. That shot off. Great D that time from Leonard. And last season, the Suns broke their franchise record for the youngest starting 5 the team has ever put on the court on multiple occasions.
Yeah, and with those young lineups, you could see the benefits, but also the concerns. I mean, they got a lot of extended looks at young players, and this team figures to have a bright future. But let's face it, there were some inconsistent stretches because of that youth. It's always difficult for a young group to learn how to become efficient and effective in the half court.
Richardson kicks to Towns. Clock at 6. Back to Richardson. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Towns.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
And here we have an opportunity to check out Karl Anthony Towns.
He's really stood out for them over the past month. Second in three-point field goal percentage. Third in blocks. And how about his top 10 ranking in free throw percentage? A knockdown shooter, ultra reliable from the line.
And back to your point, he's second in three-point accuracy. A lot of that has to do with mental toughness. It's just hard to force him out of his comfort zone. Russell dishes to Saric. Back to Russell. It's Richardson on the wing. Here's Saric. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Saric has got his second bucket of the night. Or something that's become popular, debating whether a player is a star or a superstar. To you, what's the major difference between those two thoughts?
To me, the biggest difference between star and superstar are those guys who are willing to absorb the label on a night-by-night basis and a moment-by-moment basis. You can't disappear when the stakes get high. You can't disappear on a February night in the middle of the grind pre-All-Star break. Greatness requires you to come with it every single night.
And they don't care about the conversation about them. They're bulletproof in some ways, very thick-skinned.
Very Kobe-like attribute you just referenced.
Very good comparison. Hardaway hits them both.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard. Junior, not maybe the same ball handler his father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA.
Steps back and fires. Offensive rebound. Cantor lays it in without an inch of room around him. Cantor's got it all tied up now for the Suns. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Towns the screen. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Shards with it, working on Portis. Richardson, good. And Hardaway Jr., a 6'6" shooting guard out of Michigan. Talk about his game a little bit for us, Craig. Analyze where he is.
Above average in terms of his athletic ability, improving defensively, and right now he's playing off the ball, whether spotting up or filling the lane. I think this guy's got a chance to be special. He's passionate, and boy, does he compete.
Now, here's Richardson. 11 points in the game. Lets it go with a 3. No good on that one.
Oh, great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's just superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Mavericks lead by 2. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Right now it's winning time, Mark.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. The Mavericks leading. We've got Jeremy Lamb. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Portis. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Lamb. Guarded by Hardaway. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Richardson the pass to Russell. Towns the screen. And Saric kicks to Russell. It's Richardson on the wing. Off target with his 3.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Here's Bledsoe. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Listen, we know he's been working on that long-range game, but Bledsoe's explosiveness inside may still be his bread and butter.
From deep, Richardson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one. Cantor with a screen on Hardaway. They set the pick. There's a screen by Cantor. Leonard dishes to Cantor. And the rejection by Towns.
A terrific effort by Towns. Sticks with the play and sends it back.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Russell passes to Richardson. Screened by Russell. Shot off the pick. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Oh, he is one hard player to deal with at the offensive end.
Bledsoe with it. He's picked up by Russell. There's a screen by Cantor. And here's Leonard from 3. Now that is his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%. Mavericks leading by 3. Russell kicks to Saric. Back to Russell. There's the dish to Richardson. Towns sets the pick for Richardson. 4 on the clock. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
Here's Russell. Lays it in off the breakaway. And now a 7-point Maverick lead.
Yeah, multi-dimensional score. Hard to match up with Russell in that kind of space.
Now here's Lamb. Guarded by Hardaway. Here's Bledsoe. Here's Cantor. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Wow, the maturation of of Ennis Cantor, so fun to watch. The comfortability in a big-time moment. Love it.
Screen by Russell. Hardaway kicks to Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
And maybe not the most explosive athlete, but Russell has the ability to change pace and knows when to be aggressive.
And the Suns call time. They're down by 7. There's 49 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And with this game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game.
Well, he's got his field goal percentage in the high 50s, and that says a lot about how well he's been able to kind of exploit the gaps in the defense. His motion, his ability to find open spots on the floor, you can definitely see the difference.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives it. He is really fed off that. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Evan is trying to keep him focused.
And you know Bledsoe's likely to get the ball in crunch time. The defense didn't react quickly enough.
And now we've got the intentional foul. "36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Hardaway with it. Towns the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly. The defense starting to look helpless at this point.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jones kicks to Neal. From outside, off the mark. Now Crabbe. And so it's Dallas winning this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very